much easier than the recent one, because the other one sucked. While this one I could actually draw perfectly.
Hello, Ozone Generator here, and I'm continuing Danganronpa. Okay. Well, I got to go tell the others about, like, the whole final showdown thing. Hopefully it's not, like, a lot of dialogue again. Okay. And suddenly we were greeted with... Oh, kidding. You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached a summit. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah.
Is that Makoto?
you guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto!
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Wow, they didn't have to be like that to me.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what's happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
In other words,
We're going to redo Mikuru's trial.
Huh?
Wait, what? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What you're saying, the mastermind killed Mikuru?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the only one to die.
What did you
You
say?
spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blacken, is a clear violation of the school's regulations. The rules state that only the Blacken is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rule, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rule? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, we can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mikuru, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah? For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already. but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?
I hate you!
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with the mastermind. Meanwhile, I want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway,
at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all those students' mystery, the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that, huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this killing game. Okay, yeah.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh, but why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to step foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the beginning. Add in Mukuro and you got 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it now?
What?
I'm saying the mastermind is one of us?
Wait!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school. You've all probably figured this out by now. At this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I I will unlock every look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
I know what room I'm checking first.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial. Oh, yeah!
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself and on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. Well, I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Goodbye. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Not Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoka?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing out, the hero left the dining hall.
Aww.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But...
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died.
Huh?
Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figured, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that will help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us
Indeed.
two. Okay. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigations doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. But by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuru's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through their body. They have been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mikuru Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked until now. The Headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monikuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms, where the gate was down before. That should be open up now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Okay, so the thing is, when I said I know where I'm gonna check first, it's the data lab because I messed up last time, and you'll see why. Okay, 4th floor. Wait, here it is. Hey, Asuna.
Hey, Makoto.
Hi, Makoto. Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in this school had been locked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Oh wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Okay, so first I'm gonna check this. There's some kind of hatch on the floor. But right now, I'm more concerned about that weird device. Oh, so it doesn't let me check it. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though. Like some kind of military installations or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit. Right? Hifumi probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monikuma's room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, something like that. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but... I think it's the button that says data center. Data center. I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now. So I'll just cheer you up on from over here. Huh? Bruh. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey. Roar, give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina? Well, oh man, busted. How'd you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control cameras kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling.
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from here in here.
Found it!
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it. Aw, man. Are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settled it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. Yeah, I'm going back in. Gotta look at something. Not leaving yet. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh, what do you mean? What you were controlling just now was Monokuma. Monokuma? Wait, what? For real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind, okay. Kyoko's theory was right. Well, if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside this school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, right? Then the mastermind Monokuma puppeteer really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way I'm right. Wait, there's no way, right? Okay. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
I mean...
Oh well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set us... if they set up traps or something. I can't say it isn't possible. But I really hope it's not true. So like... You wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. No, I don't want to leave, please. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Nah, I do not want to get going. Stop, Mina! Okay, fine, I'll get out. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Out the door. It just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second!
Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey!
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school's mascot just stopped moving. Then that room, as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed!
Correctamundo.
You're a liar!
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? Yeah, I tried. No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad!
Of course that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. He's gone, but... Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, so it's not your fault. Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go run around and tell everyone what we found in here. Nice, you got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at full sprint. And I have to do what I can do. That's the only way to move forward. Well, not exactly gonna check one of the rooms up here again. Instead, I'm going, even though there's just like one that's right beside me, but who cares? I'm going to check the second floor dorms. Okay. Here they are. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms. It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Hey, blood. Okay. So I can go into this one. Dang. There's nothing to the bed. Okay. I don't even need that anymore. Is there anything I can get? Wait. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Yes. Can't go in there. The bathroom. The other bathroom. Hey, the only part that looks nice up here. There's something else, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay, I'm going in here. This room doesn't feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh, a regret. Okay. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Okay. There's a PC on the desk. It must, okay.
It would seem.
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know about.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. The group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is, not much to it there. But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Geary failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get on our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Okay. this... Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space. Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Yeah. A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. Right. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No way, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name? Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure?
Well...
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of typing Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collect myself, then turn to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it, what? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
Why?
Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Okay. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy? That's what made it so unusual. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Oh, okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in here?
Anyway.
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that will make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Set by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance runs inside. And Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Okay. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones here, human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we are already... That's the only possible answer. So the same person... Okay. Alter Ego said the mastermind was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her thesis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought. So she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I give up on some of that pride. Okay. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Okay. The filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
If he could even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. What? The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue. So I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to...
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure? Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But the last drawer. Huh, is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
a handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh, but Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Okay. Now, the picture. No, that's not what, the picture. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now I find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoning me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Okay.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Favor, what is it? I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down for a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko? You told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue. That can be settled with the theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easy. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt that the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff. The one who finalized the plan to isolate you. Oh. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... Okay. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mikuru to the midst and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mikuru. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Okay. So, where I'm going is the room I completely passed earlier. This one. Okay. Because now that I got the Mastermind's keycard, I can actually open the, e-handbook, whatever. Now I can open lockers. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak, students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Okay, this one. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how to get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to, okay. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then, no luck. Maybe only locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook out and ran that across the card reader and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got here. This locker is totally disorganized. Whatever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Okay. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks and I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We had never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Okay. I think it's like this one. Okay. Looks like the locker's open. Okay, well it's not that one. This one then. Okay. This one. Okay. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our students' prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world, to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. And I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belonged to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the book. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy and disorganized and scrawled. Despair walks. Hey, I want to read that. What is this? What does it mean? I had no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. But the more I see it, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to the people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Okay? Oh, time to leave. Wait, can I talk to Kyoko? Okay. There's all kinds of stuff I want to talk to her about, but okay. Just to be sure, it'd be for the best if I actually did check more in this room. Okay. This one. Nothing. Well, I can't check any of those. Wait. This one. Okay. Guess there's nothing. Okay. Okay, the music started back. Well, guess I'm going to the office. Okay. Yeah. So where's this again? Alright, here. Completely past that. This is the Headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. I'll be Akira. Okay. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. The book.
Come on.
Hey Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're
Such
you?
ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Okay. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us, and Mikuru.
So in other words...
Apparently class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mikuru's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got the page from. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words...
there can be no doubt Mikuru was a student here at Host Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mikuru Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh, what do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuru's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words...
When it comes to this profile, there's more information about Mikuru that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuru reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats. Close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuru definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuru's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all responsible measures. Mikuru was part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuru and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuru? Plus, even the Headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuru was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuru was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought. But I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file. They should know. What is that? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl, perhaps, you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class? That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot, 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is, maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuru? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to the beginning. Byakuya's errand boy. Okay. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice from me. You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along. She's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her.
In other words,
the cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice to this free time. To this free this time. Take it or don't. As you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Well, where I'm going now is the biolab. Okay. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the back of the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there's some kind of weird machine. Okay? I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Okay. Wait, one's unlocked. The right hand lights are off. Wait. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot is lit up in blue. Another one of the victim is... I can't let my emotion take control now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who died. That's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Okay, I just want to point this out. Inside one of these morgues, there is a there's Mondo butter. So well, now that I got that, it's time to check the garden. No, the body's not even there. It's gone. Micro's body. It's not here. Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. I'd better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the bio lab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in there. Here, there's one other thing. The tarp. A tarp played a key role in other case, so I'd better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one of the corner of the tarp. It says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. Okay. Well, guess I checked the morgue now. That's all I really need to check here. Okay. Guess not. So, okay. Guess not. Time to go to the dojo, I guess. Alright. Hey, Toka. Oh, Toka, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Okay. Oh yeah, I know what this is about.
This is Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, hey, hero. Makoto. Why do you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did. Actually, I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Here, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero. It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I had found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. But that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the Headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Mikuru Ikusaba. Then this girl is... Wait, why? Why is Mikuru here with everyone else? And even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough for me. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not here. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met with everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak. So it's natural for me not to be in the picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except for me is... How long are you gonna keep up with this rambling? So little loquy of yours, Hamlet.
What are you gonna do?
You're kinda getting in the way. It's standing there, you know. So I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Dang it. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Oh yeah? Where is everyone? Oh, Byakuya's in there. Okay. Wait, he's in the library. No. Well, he's in the orchard. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we can talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait. Of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Okay. And... Wait. Wait, is there something I need in Archer? I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Oh, it's just pointing out where everyone is. Yasuhiro. Hey, Hero. Makoto. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Here, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? And the biolab it is. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there was her pass out again. Huh, Toko? It's open. Oh, but Toko. Oh, okay. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? What? It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have you reached
Oh,
that
then
certain
what?
age?
Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why'd you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts every time you switch. Bingo bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very separate.
You SOB!
Yeah. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember.
Yes!
So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half.
Huh?
But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byoka is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes!
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on fire!
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Okay. Genocide Jack shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Ah, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily.
Makoto.
Kyoko, it's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah?
It would seem
It's a morgue. Yeah?
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge. seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted.
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate. And when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dripped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway...
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hand stretched out. But suddenly she stopped. What's wrong? Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's corpse is inside the
I
fridge?
see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by itself. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? Okay. Wait, what did she say? It would seem the blue light comes on when the slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuru's, there's 9 in all. 9? 9 lights. Okay. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on that offer. Huh, why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hint he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Sitting here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Okay. I should ask Kyoko. No. Same dialogue? Okay. Tarps. You know what? You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. It's the same as the one I found in the garden, tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's a tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over here. Or there.
Whew.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Okay, already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone could do good work if they go slow in that spirit. I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object as about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the files said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days old. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it sounds like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Mikuru wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least...
Certainly, you can allow it as one. The many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision those possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Okay?
Hey.
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Think about it. There was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mikuru's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32, right? Did I get all that right? You remembered all that. They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
Indeed.
and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There is absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case, without doubt, is Mikuru Ikusaba.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so. Then it looks like we have no further business with Mikuru's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You think you really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. if I do that, if I do it now, hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad's, even once since you got here?
What? So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms.
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the Headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense. But there was something written inside. It was about the Headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too?
Makoto.
Video? I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigating those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own eyes. Oh, let me give you the Headmaster's handbook. That way you can. That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problems opening the lockers of my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your
Makoto.
locker. If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD. And it says class number 78, urgent interviews.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means. So just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Okay.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You were talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answer to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it. But her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst? What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Okay. This trial is a lot longer than those last two were. I mean, this investigation, I mean. Okay. I teleported all the way over here. Okay. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on the side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I had heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so badly. She tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back onto the screen. My eyes started back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seems like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here, and can you accept that?
Yes.
Okay. This can't be real. I
I'm
said
sorry
yes.
I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just a monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD was wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
You see, looks like it broke out of service. What if it just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure might if you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watch the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
Huh?
It would seem... Hey.
A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. I've lost my memory too. What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Okay. Hey, it's finally starting.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is a promise of a new, which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trip. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuya. Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hero. Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I'm on fire!
Strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My low ends are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and you're wearing our gloomy Gus faces. I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Chills, chills,
This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climb maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial. And this time, it'll be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know?
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that spare is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the shower already. Sure. Let's begin the shower already. I'll be waiting for you below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Yakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so,
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear that you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I stared, making my way toward the opening. Step after step, towards that gap maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembled body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper, deeper still, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sounds too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for descending a person's fate?
Yahoo!
It's a long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills.
Well then, let's begin. Okay. Well, I'm going to end the video off here. See you guys in the next one. Bye.